By the time most Kenyan women in the city hit their late 20s, they are marrying 5, 6, sometimes 7 years later than their mothers did. Men too. And nobody sat us down to explain what dating is actually once you're past 25 and the stakes are higher, the time is shorter, and they just see where this goes approach start costing you years you don't get back. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to date with intention in your 30s without turning into someone who interviews people on the first date like it's a job panel. Stick around. Welcome back to No One Taught Me This, the channel where we cover everything school forgot to mention. Today's lesson, dating with intention in your 30s. This one matters because in your 20s, dating badly just costs you a few awkward months. In your 30s, dating without a plan can cost you years. And years at this stage are the one resource you cannot refund. Here is the real cost of not knowing this. City life in Kenya has quietly pushed the average age people settle down to mid and even late 30s. And for a lot of people, that scratches well into their 30s. Careers, rent, hustle, family obligation, all eating the calendar fast. Which means more of us are dating later, dating longer, and dating with higher expectations. But nobody upgraded the strategy. We are still dating like we are 22, just older and more tired. Let me paint you a picture. Meet Achieng, 34, works in comms at a farm in Westlands. Good salary, good friends. She has been on the apps for 2 years. She has had 11 situationships, 3 ghostings, and 1 guy who disappeared after meeting her mother. Every time, she tells herself the same thing. I'm just letting it flow naturally. The problem is not that Achieng is unlucky. The problem is Achieng has never once in 2 years said out loud to herself or anyone else what she's actually dating for. So every match gets the same energy, whether it's looking for marriage or looking for company on a Friday night. That's not romantic patience, that's just drift. Number 1, know your non-negotiables before you open the app. Dating with intention starts before the date. It starts with a short, honest list of 3 to 5 things you actually need in a partner, separate from things you would merely prefer. Most people can tell you their preference instantly. Funny, tall, ambitious. But freeze when you ask what they actually need. Needs are usually about values, how someone handles money, family, conflict, faith, ambition. Preference are about vibes. For example, Brian, 31, an engineer in Ruaka, kept dating women who were fun, but who all avoided any conversations about money or long-term plans. After his third relationship ended over the same argument, you never think ahead, he sat down and wrote his non-negotiables. For the first time, financial transparency, willingness to plan 5 years out, and the shared views on where the kids would be raised. Within a month of dating with that list on his head, he ended 2 dates early, politely, because the mismatch was obvious by the second conversation. That felt harsh at first. It saved him a year. This week, write down 3 non-negotiables and 3 flexible preferences on paper. Keep the list in your notes app. Before a third date, quietly check the person against it. Number 2, say what you're looking for out loud early without apologizing for it. Kenyan dating culture still carries a bit of don't seem too eager energy, especially for women. But vague signaling, I'm just seeing what happens, invites vague effort back. Naming what you want calmly and once by the second or third date filters people faster than months of hinting ever will. For example, Faith, 36, a nurse in Kisumu, used to let months pass before mentioning she wanted marriage and kids soon, worried it would scare men off. She would waste 4-5 months finding out he was not on the same page. She changed her approach. By date 3, she would simply say, I'm dating to build something long-term in the next couple of years. I want to know if that's where your head is at too. 2 men left immediately, 1 stayed, matched her pace, and they are engaged now. She didn't lose anything by saying it early. She saved herself the 4 months she used to lose every time. On your next date, practice saying 1 sentence about what you're looking for. Out loud, once, without over-explaining or apologizing for it. Number 3, set a review checkpoint instead of drifting indefinitely. Without a natural endpoint like school terms or job contracts, dating in your 30s can drift for years with no formal check-in. Set yourself a private checkpoint, let's say 3 months or 6 months, where you honestly ask, is this moving somewhere or are we both just comfortable? For example, James, 32, a Nairobi office worker, dated the same woman for 18 months, without either of them raising the future ones. It was not bad, it was just comfortable. He set himself a rule after that relationship ended. At the 6th month mark of any new relationship, he had one honest conversation about direction. And it is the reason why they are now actively planning a wedding date instead of just seeing how it goes for another 2 years. If you're currently dating someone, put a private note in your calendar for 3 months from now. Label it, check in. Where is this going? Don't skip it when it comes up. Let's lock it in. 1. Know your non-negotiables before you swipe. 2. Say what you want out loud by date 3 without apologizing for it. And 3. Set yourself a private checkpoint so you never drift for 18 months without asking where this is going. If no one taught you this either, you're not behind. You just didn't have the syllabus yet. That's what we are here for. Hit subscribe so that you don't miss the next lesson. We drop new ones every week. Here's my question for the comments. What's the one non-negotiable you wish someone had told you to write down years ago? See you in the next episode.